Well, welcome back to today's video. This was unplanned, but it's happening, so I might as well share it. I'm actually filming this on July 4th, so today is Tuesday. I came out and moved the truck, I think it was like last Wednesday or Thursday, drove fine, and then came out the next morning and it was completely dead. So I proceeded to charge the battery up. We jumped it then, I drove it around. It drove fine, it restarted that day, and then the next day it was dead again. Pulled the battery, took it into the shop. The guy's like, there's no way this battery's dead, it's only a year old, it's built to last 6-7 years. He put it on his charger there, kept it for the day, did a whole load test on it, came back flying colors. So we went ahead and ordered, sorry, there's a guy mowing across the street, of course, every time you try to film. So I went ahead and ordered a whole new alternator just to be safe. It's free returns, so why not? But I got to make sure I get this started and running and make sure everything's good, because we leave for Sturgis, well actually Milwaukee, in 5 days. So about 5-7 days I think. And now there's a helicopter flying overhead. So I actually need to go to a party in like an hour and a half, and so I'm going to try to throw this battery back in, and I'm going to test the voltage on my alternator. Holy right, so getting away from all the noise, I ordered an alternator. It will be here tomorrow. It's supposed to be like almost 90 degrees today, tomorrow, a couple days from now. We just had our July 4th party yesterday with some friends, so we're still kind of cleaning up, but I'm actually going to throw the battery in the truck. I'm really hoping it's nothing too serious, because like I said, we're leaving for Milwaukee here very, very soon, so I got to get this figured out. So throw that battery in. To get to the battery, I had to undo my radiator overflow, fuse block, so many bolts. Alright, so the one thing I know is the battery is reading at 13 volts, fully charged from the guy that I took it to. The alternator is currently kicking out at about 14.5 to 14.8 volts. So that means the alternator is actually charging, it's working. If it was dropping below that, that's when I know it would be bad, and it's not overcharging, it's not going over 15. So that makes me wonder if I have some sort of parasitic draw or something that's in the truck that's pulling power, which technically I shouldn't have anything, because I don't have anything wired up to this truck that's new. Even on top of that, the truck has an option for a 3-way fuse to either leave your accessory plugs on when you shut the truck off, or turn them all off when you shut the truck off, and I have them all off. So I need to figure out if I have a parasitic draw, which it actually takes all of the body modules and everything around 5 minutes to shut off on this truck. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do that. So basically what I found to find the parasitic draw is, you'll see this jump all over the place, and this is basically the body control modules and different sensors in the trucks that will be shutting off over damn near 5 minutes. Right now we're seeing 0.4 and this eventually should be 0.0 like 6 or less after like 5 minutes. The way you do this is connect one to the negative and then the other one to the post, and then just leave the truck sit. Like, you have to leave it alone and just wait, and eventually this number will drop dramatically, and it will tell you your natural parasitic draw of what the truck utilizes. So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes and we'll see. Alright, so I didn't really find anything concisive yet. The only time my parasitic draw dropped below like 0.413 milliamps was when I unplugged two of the, like, I think they're body control plugs under the hood. Do a little bit of research. I might end up actually taking this down to the guy, seeing if he can test the alternator, but from what I could tell, the alternator worked fine. I don't know. We'll find out. Check back in when I figure out more. Alrighty, it has been a couple days since the last recording, and what I've learned now is I can test for bad diodes. So I've got this in diode mode, and supposedly what I should be seeing is I should only be seeing a reading coming out one way. So if I connect to the case, connect to the post, I should be seeing some amperage there. Now if I reverse it, I shouldn't see anything, because, see, nothing. Now let me show you what happens on my truck. So currently the battery is completely disconnected. So all of a sudden it starts jumping up from 0.2, and it climbs up, up, up. And it's not a steady reading, it just climbs. And then after a certain while it starts to fall, which doesn't make any sense. Now if I reverse this, it does the same thing. It starts to fall now, and then watch this. Once it hits 0, bam, it starts to charge positive now. So something tells me there's something wrong with this alternator's diode. So I'm going to actually go through the effort and change this alternator out, because that is the first lead I've had in diagnosing this truck, because when I checked all the fuses, nothing stopped. So I gotta start pulling all this apart. Alright, so I've got everything back together now. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It only took me about 35 minutes to do the whole thing. That's my first alternator I've ever done on a vehicle. And I'm glad it was the truck, because it's a lot easier than it looked like it would have been on like my older Hondas or something. The alternator meter readings look like they're correct now. It still shows some sort of draw when the truck is off. I don't know if it just takes longer for things to shut off. I think I'm gonna go take it for a drive. I don't know. I have an appointment. I rescheduled my appointment at the dealership. It was supposed to have been today, and then I figured out how to test my diodes, and that's when I found the discrepancy between the two alternators. But I rescheduled that to Monday. So now I'm wondering if I should still stick with that just to take the truck in and get it basically looked at. I don't know. But I guess that's where I'm gonna leave it for here until I get to the dealer. All right, it is the next day. I ended up taking in my truck to the dealership and dropped it off for further investigation, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. So I got a call this morning. This is the aggravating part. Was the way it was explained to me was there's a 3-way post fuse on Silverados. And one configuration, it kills all of your accessories and outlets and USB plugs and stuff. That way it doesn't draw power when the truck is off. And the other configuration keeps those all live. So if you do leave stuff in, you can charge them while the truck is off. I had it in the post that kills everything. Turns out it doesn't do that for the cigarette lighter. And that's where I had my phone charger plugged into, along with my GPS mount in the cigarette lighter, or the cigarette lighter USB charger. What's annoying about that is there's a light on the USB charger, and when the truck is on, the light is on, and anytime the truck was off, the light was off. So it never dawned on me that that was the problem or even a issue. I mean, even the way it was explained to me was those outlets don't have power. So we're going to pick up the truck now. But the real unfortunate fact that's happened this week is, and I am like torn up about this. Something worse has happened than what was going on with the truck. And I've been trying to recover it all morning. All of the footage I took with my father, I stupidly, inadvertently, foolishly, somehow deleted all of it. And I can't find it. So, as frustrating as the truck was, I am extremely devastated about the footage I lost. So anyways, what an interesting video. I don't know how this one's going to go down in the books, but what a week. Right before we set off on a 4-week trip. What a week. I guess until the next one, take it easy.